Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest drama in football, where VAR shows up just to stir chaos. Neymar's not even needed, and defending is more of a suggestion than a skill. Yes, it's El Clásico, and Barcelona just turned Real Madrid into a background prop at Montjuic. 7 goals, 2 disallowed, 5 heartbreaks, 3 careers questioned, 1 Travis Scott sighting, and 0 idea what Carlo Ancelotti's game plan was after minute 15. Barcelona wins 4-3 in a match that had more twists than a Netflix docuseries. And somewhere Jude Bellingham is wondering if he should have stayed at Dortmund, where at least his defenders tried. 1. The game recap. Mbappé's hat-trick, Madrid's headache. Let's start with Real Madrid doing what they do best, starting strong and finishing like they forgot the match had 2 halves. Mbappé scored a penalty in the 5th minute, added another in the 14th, and Madrid fans were already tweeting it's over, pack it up. But Barcelona said nah, let's flip the script. Eric Garcia kicked things off in the 19th minute with a goal so close range, he could have whispered it in Lunin's ear. Then came Lamine Yamal, Barcelona's teenage chaos merchant, curling in a goal with the finesse of someone who still needs parental consent to leave the country. Raphinha wasn't done embarrassing Madrid just once. No, he scored twice like he was personally offended by Dani Carvajal's existence. And let's talk about that first 15 minutes. Real Madrid came out like they were auditioning for Fast and Furious 12, Vinicius and Vengeance. 2 goals in, and even Barcelona fans were refreshing their browsers to make sure it wasn't a glitch. Mbappé looked like he was speed-running the Pichichi. But then, like a classic Madrid plot twist, they forgot that football matches don't end at 14 minutes. Somewhere between goal 2 and the midfield, their defense hit the snooze button and never woke back up. Real Madrid's defense in that first half? Imagine a fire drill where no one knows where the exits are. Total confusion and screaming in 3 languages. Raphinha's second goal had so much disrespect in it. The Madrid backline should file an HR complaint. By halftime it was 4-2, and Real Madrid looked like they were experiencing a group existential crisis. Wait, are we the baddies? Barcelona didn't just score, they dropped a TED Talk on how to dismantle a defense emotionally, tactically, and spiritually. 2. Pep Talk, or Pep Epilepsy. Ancelotti's halftime plan. Ancelotti walked into the dressing room at halftime like a dad who just saw the electric bill, confused, angry, and blaming everyone. You'd think with Vinicius, Luka Modric, Bellingham, and Mbappé, Real Madrid would at least press reset. But now they just came out hoping Barcelona would trip over their own ego. Eventually Mbappé completed his hat-trick in the 70th minute, which sounds impressive until you realize his team still lost and conceded 4 in the first half. Let's be honest, Ancelotti's halftime plan probably involved 3 words: please fix it. The man looked less like a tactical genius and more like a substitute teacher thrown into a class mid-riot. Whatever speech he gave, it clearly included a lot of hand gestures, head shaking, and a desperate prayer to Saint Iker Casillas. And when Mbappé finally scored in the 70th minute to make it 4-3, Carlo's reaction looked less like celebration and more like, oh great, now I get hope fatigue too. Mbappe's hat-trick felt like the kind where you ace your exam, but still fail the class because your group project was Real Madrid's defense. Ancelotti probably gave a 10-minute speech at halftime that ended with, also, can anyone here defend? No? Okay. Madrid fans watching that second half were just whispering to themselves, please, just don't let it be 5. The only plan Madrid had after halftime was give it to Mbappé and pray. Spoiler, prayers not answered. 3. VAR, disallowed goals, and referee vibes. Ah yes, no Clásico is complete without some good old VAR controversy. Mbappé thought he had a 4th, but the ref said, nah, try again, chief. Then Barcelona nearly got a penalty, but VAR looked at it for 20 minutes and decided it was just mutual contact and vibes. If VAR had a personality in this game, it would have been that one friend who always shows up late and still manages to ruin the party. Mbappé's goal, chalked off. Barcelona's penalty shout, ignored like a WhatsApp message from your ex. At one point, even the commentators looked confused. Not because of the decision, but because everyone just stood around waiting for the referee to remember what sport they were officiating. VAR in this game had one job: ruin the flow. And boy did it do it well. Mbappe's disallowed goal had him more confused than a tourist ordering tapas for the first time. The referee looked at the monitor, squinted like he left his glasses at home, and just waved play on like I'm not dealing with this mess today. VAR has officially been rebranded to very arbitrary rulings. 4. The fans. Euphoria, existential crises, and one banner of shame. Barcelona fans celebrated like it was a Champions League night, because beating Madrid 4 times in one season apparently counts as a trophy now. Real Madrid fans meanwhile brought a banner to Valdebebas that just said vergüenza. That's Spanish for please don't renew Nacho's contract. This wasn't just a football match, it was a full-blown emotional roller coaster. Barcelona fans went from not again at 0-2 to full gospel choir mode by halftime. Meanwhile, Madrid fans aged a decade in real time. 1 second they were chanting Mbappé, Mbappé, and the next they were Googling is it legal to return season tickets. By the time the final whistle blew, half the stadium was celebrating like they'd just won the lottery, and the other half looked like they'd funded the prize money. One Barca fan on X said, "We don't need red cards or penalties to beat Madrid," which is true. They just needed Raphinha and a little bit of trauma from past losses. Madrid fans were so mad, one of them tweeted, "Even our shadows are out of position." Neutral fans had the time of their lives. One said, "This was a masterclass in both scoring goals and avoiding basic defending. If vibes could win you the league, Barcelona already has it wrapped up with glitter and a Spotify ribbon." 5. Yamal, the child with no mercy. Lamine Yamal, 17 years old, plays like a man with a mortgage, 3 kids, and a vendetta against Madrid. His goal was poetry in motion. A curling shot that said, "You will remember me," and Madrid did. Every single one of them. What makes it even more terrifying is that Lamine Yamal isn't just good, he's unbothered. While most teenagers are stressing over exam results or acne, this kid is dismantling Real Madrid's defense on national television like it's just another group project he has to carry. At 17, Yamal is out there making seasoned professionals look like NPCs in his personal story mode. You almost expect him to ask for a juice box after scoring, just to remind everyone how young he really is. Watching Yamal play is like watching a kid in an adult costume outperforming everyone at the office. Madrid defenders tried to catch him, but chasing Yamal is like chasing your dreams at 35, it's just not happening. Ancelotti's game plan didn't include stop the 17-year-old, and it showed. Lamine didn't just play well, he looked like he was in story mode while Madrid was stuck in a FIFA loading screen. 6. The title race. Barcelona, 1 step from glory. With this win, Barcelona now needs just 2 points from 3 games to clinch the title. Meanwhile, Madrid needs therapy and a tactical reboot. Barcelona's next game is against Espanyol, and at this point, Espanyol fans are just praying it doesn't get televised. This win didn't just shake the table, it flipped it over, set it on fire, and danced on the ashes. Barcelona now sits comfortably at the top, needing just 2 points from their last 3 games to clinch the title. Meanwhile, Madrid's title hopes are being kept alive only by math and misplaced optimism. If this was a boxing match, the ref would have already waved it off, and Ancelotti would be in the corner asking if there's a rematch clause. Barcelona went from crisis club to title favorite faster than Madrid conceded 3 goals in 10 minutes. Madrid's title hopes are hanging on by a thread, and even that thread is asking to be subbed off. If Barca doesn't win the league from here, the entire squad should volunteer at Madrid's training ground as punishment. Madrid fans now say, it's not over until it's mathematically impossible. Brother, it's spiritually over. Closing thoughts. El Clásico or El Therapy session. So what did we learn today? That Real Madrid can score 3 and still lose. That Lamine Yamal is 17, but plays like he remembers 2009 Messi. And that Raphinha is slowly becoming Madrid's worst recurring nightmare. Barcelona fans, enjoy your bragging rights. Madrid fans, maybe next time just fake an injury and skip the game. And neutrals, just keep watching. El Clásico never disappoints, unless you're a defender. Drop your favorite moment in the comments, slap that like button like Madrid's backline slaps panic buttons, and subscribe for more satirical football chaos. And remember, if you ever feel bad about your life choices, just know Real Madrid was 2-0 up and still managed to lose. See you next time.